Hello. Welcome to another Animal Crossing character creation tutorial. This time we are focusing on animation. So I'm just here looking for animations. I'm looking at different emotes. I'm thinking about how I want to animate my character. So the step one you got to do is decide what type of animation you want to do. It could be short and simple. You know, we've gone through a lot in this project, so try to make it short, simple, something that feels approachable to you. But we made a rigged skeleton, so we might as well animate. Let's do a watch through a few. I like this one. Let's do this one because it's pretty simple. Okay, so the thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to play this back. Okay, so this is a pretty simple one. Right now what I'm seeing is it's basically two poses. It's the one on the outside where the arms are far apart, and the one on the inside where the arms are close together. If you remember the bouncing ball project, these are called extreme poses. It's the two extreme poses of your animation. Different poses, different animations have different extreme poses depending on what you're going to do. So think about the key poses that are essential for us to understand what your character is doing when you're doing your animation. Okay, hello, we are in Blender now. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over to the animation tab. It's a tab dedicated entirely to animation, which is perfect for us. I have my skeleton, I have my character, I can move it up. The first thing I'm going to want to do is make sure I click on the skeleton and I'm in pose mode. And I'm just going to click on the root bone, which is this bone right here, and I can move the entire thing up. This is where you need to make sure your rig is working all good, but that's kind of a precursor to animating. I want to do a clap, but maybe I might do something add something to it because the clap is really, really simple. Maybe I'll do like a jump for joy before. Okay, so I have my character here, and on the bottom here, I have this thing called a dope sheet. And if I hit the space bar, I can hit play. And hitting play will help us play back the animation. Basic reminder of how to animate things. As we are moving things around, we are going to be using a thing called keyframes. If you remember that from the bouncing ball. That's where we, go at a certain time. We hit I, insert location rotation keyframe. You're going to want to do location rotation keyframes. And go boop, and wow, see that little marker that appeared right here? That means we just added the keyframe at time 0. So if I go forward 20 frames and then rotate the bone, remember I'm in pose mode, I insert location rotation keyframe, and look at that, the character's head moves. That's basically what we're going to be doing to get our character to be properly posed right. Okay, so now the next part we got to do is define our first pose. So I'm just going to quickly delete everything. Okay, so I want my character to jump for joy. So first off, I'm just going to pose the arm down. Maybe bring the shoulders down. And I'm just going to get our first pose. Maybe our character is watching something. I'm thinking maybe the character's maybe leaning over, like the character's like really engaged. Like what is that? You see if I'm kind of like moving around. Just going to move I'm just kind of trying to get this into a pose that I think is kind of fun. Okay, so there we go. And remember, elbows can only move this way. So I'm just hitting R to rotate. I'm going to make sure my screencast keys are on. Screencast keys. Okay, so let's start doing our first pose. So I like this pose. So let's start and say, I'm going to select A to select everything. And every single time I get a good pose that I like, I select everything. I hit A for everything. All. A for all. It selects everything. And I'm going to go ahead and hit go to keyframe 1 or go to time 1, frame 1, hit I, insert location, rotation, keyframe. I'm gonna want both. Remember, location is the position of the bones. Rotation is how much they bended or how much they've rotated. So I like location rotation. I'm gonna click on that. Boom. You see all my bones just got keyframed. So I'm gonna go forward a little bit, and I'm gonna see like maybe the character bends over to see something. So let's make our next pose. So this would be our next key pose. So our character's gonna kind of bend over to like maybe they're seeing something. Head looks up, like whoa, are they gonna win? Are they gonna win? And then we'll kind of like maybe define. Maybe the arms are gonna like kind of collapse inwards because like oh maybe are they gonna win? So I'm gonna just go making my next pose. And I'm just kind of posing my character here. I'm just kind of moving each bone to kind of get this to work. Yeah, okay, that looks good. I'm gonna hit A, insert location keyframes. And now let's watch. Oh, look, the suspense. Look at this. So now it looks like the character is really, really tense. I'm gonna kind of move this around a little bit. So I'm gonna select everything on this keyframe. So I'm just scrolling in here right now, and I just need to select all these keyframes. Boom. And let's just play around with the timing a little bit. Maybe we'll make it slow, like make it like a bit jump, and then okay. Cool. So I'm gonna go like this. Make sure I got all my keyframes, maybe 32. So, oh, yay! Okay. So I'm gonna make like, you know, in the moment it's gonna kind of bend down and jump up for joy. So let's see. Yay! Okay, so 42. I'm thinking that's gonna be every single time I do a pose here. Let's see if I can make my camera bigger here. I'm gonna act out this pose. So, ooh, the big screen. Let's see. This is where the standing desk comes in handy. Okay. So, it's a good thing to act out your pose. So let's do this. Oh, yeah! Okay, let's watch that back. Let's see what we got going here. Okay, so looking over this, I see one pose here. So we have the lean-in key pose, and then an anticipation pose, which is me bending over for a jump. We need a pose of me leaving the ground, and then a pose of me in the air, and then a pose of me at the ground. And then I can start clapping. 8 poses. Fantastic, we got this. Okay, let's start animating. We got 2 poses in here already. The next pose we're gonna have is that pose where I'm like down on the ground charging up. So let's get that one down. So I'm going to bring the whole thing down, and then I'm gonna bend the legs. Let's see here. We know that this is gonna, yeah. Bend. You have to kind of bend one thing before another. You have to kind of bend the whole thing over, and then bend just the legs. So just trying to get this all straightened up, because remember, it's like a charge up pose. Oh, don't want to break your character's spine. Maybe like this. Okay, so let's see here. Let's check my reference real fast. Okay, so pose 3, my arms go up to my shoulders like this. So let's see, my shoulders are gonna go back like this. My arms go inwards because I'm charging up power. You can see my dress is kind of clipping through this. I'm gonna fix this in a second. make this get all rigged up. Shoulders go forward. Let's check my reference again. Okay, head is up. I think still looking at the goal. Oh yeah, this looks a little contorted. Let's bring this back a little bit. Maybe straighten out this spine a little bit, so make sure it's sleeping right. Okay, let's try this. So it's a little funky, but I think it will go good. So I'm at A, I, insert location location rotation keyframe. So okay, and then now it needs to jump upwards. So I'm actually going to clear user transforms on all these. So if I ever want to reset things, I can always hit A, select all the bones, right click, clear user transforms. It goes back to, interesting, this is not doing it. Usually it does. Interesting. So let's try insert a keyframe first. So location, rotation keyframe. Clear user transforms. Okay, why aren't you doing it? Usually it does this. Okay. Well, anyways, we know what to do. So we're gonna move this up. This is if I go back to my pose library here. So let's see. I just did this pose. I'm gonna go to pose 4. Okay, so pose 4 is just when I'm just leaving the ground. So that's maybe not too far off the ground. I'm gonna straighten out my leg a little bit, like the foot is like pressing off the ground. And then, so I'm gonna straighten all this out. I'm gonna kind of straighten my spine a little bit because I just wanna, let's get this down. Just trying to stretch out the legs a little bit because now it's jumping. It's jumping. I'm also going to straighten out the spine a little bit because, you know, that's when, this is where our character jumps up in the air for joy. So let's get this one. What other pose was I in? So my arms were up towards my fist because I'm jumping upwards. So move the arms upwards. I'm just kind of looking at how my arms are moving. And I'm just like, we need to straighten out this a little bit. Move my toes down because I'm pressing off the ground. And I'm move this entire thing down. Okay, let's straighten this out. And let's also straighten out this spine a little bit. It's still acting a little bit contorted. Let's get this all straightened out. Straight back. Okay. Now I'm going to, I'm also going to pull my shoulders up like this. Rotating the shoulders. I'm just using R to rotate things. And then I'm going to hit A, and then I'm going to hit I, insert location, rotation keyframes. Let's see. So I think this keyframe needs to be a lot closer to this one needs to be a lot closer. So I actually can click this top keyframe and move it over. So this one needs to be a lot closer. So like, there we go. Maybe like one keyframe over. Okay, so now we gotta do the big happy pose. So we're gonna do the pose of it up in the air, which looks like this one. So it's like a jump for joy. Okay, let's get my character up in the air. And then I'm gonna spread the arms out. Like it's all happy. Okay, looks like this arm is getting twisted. There we go. Let's get this all up. Jumping up for joy. Jumping for joy. And then we'll get this bone. Just kind of rotating things back into place here. Just kind of getting this up here because it's supposed to be happy. And we're also going to rotate the head up a little bit. Correct the spine. Maybe the legs, like it's like a jumping jack, maybe. And then, yeah. Okay, that's a good pose. So I'm gonna hit A, insert, location, rotation, keyframe. Ah, that's adorable. I love it. Okay. All right, this is going good. Okay. It's like a freeze frame from the end of a movie. Okay, that's cool. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with this. Thanks for hanging out. So, okay, the next pose is when I land. Pose 6. That's adorable. Okay, so we're now going to bring it down. So how much did it take for me to get up to the bottom? So it's 44 to 50, so that's 6 frames. So it's going to take me 6 frames to get to the ground. So do a 56 from 50 to 56. I go to the ground. Then I'm going to just contact the ground a little bit. So that's going to be my first contact. And then my arms are going to kind of float upwards a little bit because I'm kind of leaning towards the ground here. My toes are going to go down. I'm just trying to think about, how my character is going to interact with the ground. Keep it going. And then I'm going to, let's move it down so it hits the ground a little bit. Let's keep the heels up a little bit. Boom, there we go. So let's hit A, insert keyframe, location, rotation, keyframe. So let's see, we got, whoop. Okay, so now we need to do, let's see, what was that? 41 to 44. We need to do we need to have it, the jump, after you jump, when you kind of do your shoulders kind of move in a little bit, like you land and it's like a superhero landing. We're going to do that. So 41 to 44. So let's do 56 to 59. We're going to make another pose of the jump landing. So we're going to bring this down and we're going to just crunch all the knees a little bit. Just kind of getting this together. Getting this all together. We're going to actually bend this over a little bit. And then the shoulders are going to come down, right? Going to kind of push this in, push this in, push this in, push this down. And then we're going to kind of move this forward, crunch the knees in a little bit. Toes compress down. Toes compressed down because we're just trying to make it feel like it lands a little bit. Gonna get this thing, gonna kind of crunch this together, maybe like this, and then the head's gonna bob down just a little bit. Okay, so this looks good. Let's also bring the arms in a little bit. Just trying to bring this down. Okay. I insert rotation keyframe. Okay, maybe a little too fast, so let's move it over. Wee. It feels a little too extreme, so let's lessen it down. I'm gonna lessen it down and come back to you. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I know this can be slow. Basically, what you're going to be doing for your animations, you're going to be just going pose by pose, trying your best to recreate the pose. And then once you keyframe them in, it's just timing them out. And that's kind of next. So the next one, we'll finish it up with the clap. We'll do it real fast. So we're going to do our next pose, which is hands out, then hands in. And then that's basically it. We got our nice little pose here. So I'm going to get a hands out pose.
So I'm going to go from the top here and just kind of rotate this inwards, hands out. And maybe rotate this upwards because it needs to be, reaching up. And we're going to rotate this one up. Go to the side. Go into the top view, hitting R to rotate. And okay, there's our first clap pose. I'm going to hit A. I'm going to put the head, head forward. Because I like that. I'm going to straighten up the spine now because now it's being fine.
So I'm going to hit A. Now that I like this, I'm going to hit A, I, insert location rotation keyframe. So that means that it takes a little bit. Let's add some time between those two. So yeah, give it some time. So let's see here. And then now we go into our clap pose. So let's do that one. So this arm is gonna just rotate inwards. So we're gonna just R, rotate that. And I don't even think they contact. Like they just get close to each other, and then the sound just kind of does it, which is very funny. R, and then there we go. Okay, so I'm hit A. I think the head kind of bobs back a little bit. A, I, insert location rotation keyframe. Boom. Okay. And now I think it just goes back to the other one. So let's just hit copy. Let's paste it. Oh, and let's just copy and paste it a bunch of times. Let's just see. Control C. Control V. Yeah, there we go. Just copy and paste this a bunch of times. Yeah, that looks like clapping. Cool. Okay, copy and paste, copy, paste, copy and paste. All right, let's watch it. Let's make the first few claps a little bit more spaced out than the previous ones, maybe. So let's just select all these, move this one over. Actually, we gotta hit A, select everything, and then push these over. Yeah, there we go. Just so like it kind of speeds up to clapping, maybe. All right, see what happens. Cool. Okay. Okay, it just stops right there. Why is it just stopping? Let's delete all this stuff then. Delete. Cool. Awesome. So let's see. We just need this 3. Control C. Control V. Control V. Control V. And Control V is paste. Let's watch. Okay, let's watch this. Here's our animation. Nice. That's cute. It takes a little bit too much time to get to here. So let's click and drag and just move this closer. So we hit A. Make sure all of our bones are selected. So let's just see what happens here. Nice. Okay, I hope you learned how to animate some stuff. Hopefully this is helpful for you when you're animating your character. I'm very excited to see it. This is the last part of the project. It's been a long project we've been doing, but it's been very, very fun. So let's just finish it off and yeah, it's excited to see it. Have a great rest of your day.